So hello, in this class we are going to discuss about the parsers. Okay, now coming to the parsers, we are having two types of parsers. So one is top down parser, second one is the bottom up parser. Okay, so first of all, what is the meaning of a parser? Okay, so parser means, already you know, it is the when you take the phases of a compiler. Okay, we are having total 6 phases. Okay, so in that second phase, that is syntax analysis. Okay, so the output of the syntax analysis is a parser. Okay, that is what parser. Okay, what is a parser? Nothing but it is a tree. Tree means what? Having the nodes, leaf nodes, root nodes, edges, internal nodes, that is called tree. Okay, the output of the second phase is the parsers. Okay, now coming to the types of parsers. Coming to the types of parsers, we are having a top down parser, we are having a bottom up parser. Again, coming to the top down parser, so it is with backtracking, without backtracking. Again, in the without backtracking, we are having the recursive descent parser. So the second one is the non-recursive descent parser. So the name, we may call it is LL of 1. Okay, you may call LL of 1 parser. Okay, so like that. Now coming to the bottom up parser. Now coming to the bottom up parser, we are having again two types. So one is the operator precedence parser. Okay, this is the second type is the shift reduce parsers. Okay, both are same. Bottom up parsers is same as the shift reduce parser. Okay, you may write as shift reduce parser. So shift means we have to push into the stack. Reduce means we have to pop from the stack. That is called shift reduce parser. Why? Because in this we are going to using the stack data structure. Okay, so coming to this is one is the first one is the operator precedence parser. Again, we are having four types in the second one, that is LR of 0, SLR of 1, LALR of 1, and then CLR of 1. Okay, so this is the types of parsers. Okay, so how many we are having? So one is recursive descent parser, and then LL of 1 parser, and then operator precedence parser. So LR of 0, SLR of 1, LALR of 1, CLR of 1. Okay, these are the types of parsers. Now what in which phase we are getting the output as a parser? In the second phase. This is the first phase. So what is the first phase? Lexical analysis in the compiler. Total we are having 6 phases. In that the first phase is the lexical analysis. Okay, second one what? It is second phase. Okay, second phase, the output is the parser. Okay, now today we are going to discuss about the LL of 1 parser. Now coming to the LL of 1 parser, first you take abbreviation. So first L is scanning the input from left to right. So the first L is scanning from input from left to right. It means what? For example, if you take A, B, B, dollar. So what is the meaning of that? So first I will scan this. Next I will move like this. Next I will move like this. Next I will move like this. That is called so scanning from left to right. Second one what? LMD. So already you know LMDs. LMD means what? Leftmost derivation. It means what? For example, if you take E tends to E T dash RA, assume. Okay, so what is leftmost derivation? So if I want to derive any string, okay, for example, if I want to derive a small string, okay, take one more, T dash equal to small b or epsilon. Okay, so what is leftmost derivation? So E tends to in the place of left variable. Okay, in the RHS. So in the RHS, in the left hand side, okay, in the RHS, the left variable you are replacing each time. Okay, so for example, in the place of E, I am writing small a. Okay, For example, there will be t like this. Okay, assume there is one more variable like this. Okay, again what you replace, a in the place of t you write small b. Okay. So don't write here. Okay, first you have to go from lmd, leftmost derivation. You means you have to replace the left variables first. That is called leftmost derivation. So one means what, you are looking one look ahead symbol for scanning purpose. Okay, that is what one symbol I am looking for scanning, next one symbol looking for scanning, and so on so on. That is what ll of one parser. Now coming to, this is the diagram for the ll of one parser. Okay, first one what, so there will be input buffer. So what is the purpose of input buffer? To store the input string. Okay, second one what, this is the algorithm. This is the algorithm. ll of one parser is the algorithm or a tree. So this is what we have to get as a output. Okay, next one what, we are going to use the ll of one parsing table, so along with the stack. Okay, so while using the algorithm to store the to pop and to push, we are going to use the stack data structure. Okay, so this is what about the ll of one parser. Okay, now take one example and construct the ll of one parser. Now coming to the, so I am taking one example. So in the exam they will ask, so construct ll of one parser for the grammar. Okay, so they will ask like this. So this is very famous example. So e tends to te dash, e dash tends to plus te dash r epsilon, t tends to ft dash, t dash tends to star ft dash r null, f tends to id r left parenthesis and then capital E and then right parenthesis. So we have to fill the first and follow. So using first and follow, we are going to construct the ll of one parsing table. Okay, okay, first we'll do, first we will fill up the, so this first. Okay, what is the first, take the rule one. Okay, so I am taking e tends to te dash. So what is the first of capital E? You see the this. Okay, now come to the grammar. So from this, where I will go, I will go to this. Again, what is this? First of f. What is the first of f? Now come to the last rule. First of f, what I'm having, I'm having a two terminals. One is id, second one is the left parenthesis. You write in the first of e. Okay, one is what, id comma left parenthesis, like this. That is one, that is the first of e. Now first of e dash. Okay, now you see here first of e dash what, so see the RHS. So I am having a terminal plus and then epsilon. Okay, you write in the first of e dash plus and then epsilon, write like this. Next one what, first of t. So first of t means what, t, this is the first of f. First of t is the first of f. What is first of f? Go to the rule, f tends to it and then left parenthesis. Okay, that is the first of t, id comma left parenthesis. Okay, that is what. Next one what, first of t dash. See, always make a note, you have to write terminals in this column. Okay, now t dash. Okay, first of t dash, so star and epsilon. Okay, in the, you see, you have to see in the RHS. Okay, star is the terminal, epsilon also terminal. You write star and then epsilon in the first of t dash. Now what is the first of f? First of f is, so one is id, one more is the left parenthesis. Okay, you write in the output id comma left parenthesis. So this is about the first of this grammar. Okay, so this, what is this grammar? This is the context free grammar that you have to make a note. This is the context free grammar. Okay, now coming to the follow. Okay, follow means, okay, always make a note, you have to see the grammar. In this, what is the start symbol? What is the start symbol? It is capital E. Always make a note, rule 1, rule 2, rule 3, rule 4, rule 5. Okay, so in this, what is the first rule? The first rule is this is the first rule. Okay, so in this, what is the start symbol? Always make a note. In the given grammar, the first rule, this is the first rule, the LHS is called a start symbol, like a start state in the DFA or NFA, like that. Okay, so now always make a note. You have to write the first, you write dollar. Why? Because that is the start symbol. Okay, now in this grammar you have to check. Okay, in this grammar you have to check whether E is present anywhere in the RHS. Okay, see here there is no capital E, here there is no capital E, here there is no capital E, here there is no capital E by observation. So here there is the capital E. So then immediate, this is the follow of E. Whatever the immediate to the right of it, that is called follow of E. Okay, you write in the answer. So comma, right parenthesis, this is the follow of E. Okay, now follow of E dash, follow of E dash. Now you have to check wherever E dash is present. Now see here, you take E dash. So in the rule 1, the E dash is appearing at the RHS. Here also it is appearing in the RHS. So here there is no E dash, there is no E dash, there is no E dash. Now write the, okay, so this is the rule 1. Okay, so I want to find the follow of E dash. Now always make a note. See at the RHS of the E dash, nothing is there. Then always make a note. So follow of E dash is follow of E. Why? Because nothing is present at the RHS of the E dash. Okay. So see here, I don't have anything. So then what will be the follow of E dash? Follow of E dash is same as the follow of E. What is follow of E? Write dollar comma, right parenthesis. That's what. Okay, now so follow of E is over, follow of E dash is over. Next one, what? Follow of T. Now again same, you have to check. Okay, so check follow of T. Okay, this we have to right now. You have to check wherever the T is present in the RHS of this grammar. Okay, see by observation, here it is present, here no, here also it is not present, here also no present. So where it is present, I'm writing here E tends to T dash. First you take this. Now what is the follow of T? Follow of T is first of E dash. That is what concept. So what is first of E dash? I'm writing here. So what is first of E dash? Plus and then epsilon, you write there. So tends to T. First I write plus. Plus I am writing. Now what is follow of T? Immediate to the this T. Plus is the follow of T. Write in the answer plus. Okay. Now what is first of E dash? It is, I am having a epsilon is there. Okay. You replace that. Okay. This is over. Now in the place of, here I am writing E tends to T. In the place of E dash, what I have to write? We have to write the epsilon. Okay, T dot epsilon, which is equal to E tends to T. Now what is the follow of T? Nothing is present here. Then what is the follow of T? Whatever the follow of E dash, E is follow of T. Why? Because nothing is present here. Okay, so then follow of T is follow of E. What is follow of E? So dollar comma, right parenthesis, you write in the answer. Dollar comma, right parenthesis. That's what. Okay, now fall of T is over. Now coming to the fall of T dash, same procedure. You check wherever T dash is present. Okay, so by observation in the rule 1 there is no T dash. So here there is no T dash. So in the rule 3 there is a T dash right here. So T tends to F T dash. So here also there is a T dash, that also you write T dash tends to star F T dash. Now take this one. Okay, what is fall of T dash? Nothing is present at the RHS of the T dash. Whatever the fall of T is fall of T dash. Why? Because there is nothing is present here. Okay. What is the fall of T? So fall of T is plus dollar right parenthesis. Okay, now here fall of T dash same as fall of T dash, nothing to write there. Okay, that is about the fall of T dash. Okay, now last one what? So it is fall of F. Okay, so you have to check wherever F is present in the RHS. Okay, so here there is no F, here there is no F, here I found the F. Okay, right here. So then T tends to F T dash. Now what is the fall of F? First of T dash. What is the first of T dash? So star epsilon. You write first, you replace star, T tends to F, you write star. What is the fall of F now, which is present at the RHS? So star. Okay, next one. What you replace? Now you replace epsilon. Okay, then T tends to F. In the place of T dash, what you write? You write epsilon, which becomes T tends to F. Now tell me what is the follow of F? Nothing is present here. Then whatever the follow of T is follow of F. What is follow of T? Plus right parenthesis dollar. So plus right parenthesis dollar. Okay, so this is about the first and follow for the given grammar. Okay, so this is the first, this is the follow, and one more thing you have to keep note: in the follow don't write epsilon. Okay, that is one note you have to take. In the follow don't write epsilon. Okay, what is second note? Whatever the start symbol, in that you write dollar. Okay, in the follow of start symbol you write dollar. Okay, now what we have done, so we have given the grammar. Now we found the first and follow. Using first and follow table, what we have to construct? We have to construct LL of1 parsing table. Okay, that's what. So this we have to construct. So LL of1 parsing table we have to construct using what? Using first and follow. Okay, take this here. So first of all, what? See here, E tends to ID. Okay, what? E. Okay, for this. Okay, see for this I have to fill the this entire table. Okay, first you write all the terminals, what is present in the grammar. Terminals ID plus star, left parenthesis, right parenthesis, and then dollar you have to add. Okay, now what is this? These are the variables or non-terminals that you have to add into the table. Okay, as a rows. Now if I want to fill here, okay, if I want to fill here, you see the rule, E tends to T. What is a T here? You take first of T. Okay, so first of T you have to take. So what is first of T? We'll see. First of T what? First of T is the ID and then left parenthesis. You write this rule under these columns. Okay, I'm writing here. So then, so E tends to T dash. Tell me why I'm writing here. So here, see here, see, first you have to construct a table. Okay, then first you have to write for this. You see the grammar. You take first of T. Okay, so what is first of t? First of t is the id and then left parenthesis. Okay, so this rule you write wherever id is present, wherever, so this left parenthesis present. Okay, that is what. Okay, so then here e tends to te dash, like that, like that you have to fill. Next you take e dash. Okay, e dash, what you have to write, where you have to write e dash. So always make a note, see here e dash, first of e dash what, plus. Okay, plus, wherever plus you write e dash tends to plus te dash. So here e dash tends to plus te dash. Okay, now there is a one more rule. What is the one more rule here? In the rule e dash tends to epsilon. If I see this type of rule, you write this production under follow of e dash, follow of e dash. What is follow of e dash? It is dollar and then right parenthesis, dollar. So e dash tends to epsilon. So also you write e dash tends to epsilon. Okay, so when you get a null productions, that is epsilon productions, you have to take follow of LHS. That's what I have taken. Okay, so in the rule 2 I got the e dash tends to epsilon. This where I have to write in the follow of e dash. Okay, now coming to t. Now we have to, so we fill the this row, we fill the this row. Now you come to the now we have to fill the t. So now see the grammar, t tends to ft dash. Okay, so ft, what is the first of f? Okay, what is array first of f means what? id and then left parenthesis. Okay, id and then left parenthesis, there you write, so t tends to ft dash. Okay, so where is id? So id t tends to ft dash. So and then right parenthesis where, so left parenthesis, not right, it is left parenthesis. So you write t tends to f t dash. Okay, now so t also over. Now take t dash, t dash. So where you write t dash? First of RHS, that is star ft dash. So you write, so you see here t dash tends to star ft dash, you write like that. Now by observation I am having a null production, then where you write follow of t dash. What is follow of t dash? It is plus dollar and then right parenthesis. Okay, so plus, so under the plus you write t dash tends to epsilon and then dollar and then right parenthesis. Okay, like that. So t dash also over. Now coming to the f. So f, what you do, you take separately for this. Separately what I am telling, you take like this. F tends to id, you take f tends to e. Why? Because they are different. Okay, now this where you write, this production where you write first of RHS, that is id. Okay, so then where I see id, you write f tends to id. Next, so this where I have to write first of RHS, left parenthesis. So then F tends to like this. Okay, so you take columns to avoid confusion. Okay, okay, this is what LL of one parsing table. Okay, now what you have to do, so you have to, so now first of all they have given a one grammar for you. So we have build first and follow table. Next what we have build the LL of one parsing table. Okay, now using this table we have to, you have to write the parser. Okay, you have to construct a parser. So you take your own example. Okay, so there you take a empty stack. So I am taking example id plus id dollar. So you take in the stack dollar and then start symbol. So this is a action. Okay, this is the action you have to perform. Okay, so e on id, see the table. So what is e on id? So what is e on id? E tends to t dash right here. Okay, now second time what you write, dollar, this you write in the reverse order. Reverse order. Okay, e dash in the place of e. Okay, so in the place of e you write this in the reverse order. Okay, e dash t. Okay, now what you have to see, so id plus id dollar. Now t on id, what is t on id? T on, it is tft dash. Okay, action is t tends to f t dash. In the place of t, this you write in the reverse order, dollar e dash t dash f. So what is input string? id plus id dollar. So what is f on id? So f on id is the f tends to id. Okay, you write here f tends to id. Then in the place of f you write id, dollar e dash t dash id id plus id dollar. Okay, now what is both are matching, action is the pop action. Then what will be the string? So dollar e dash t dash plus id dollar. Now t dash and plus you have to see. Okay, see the table, what is t dash and plus? It is epsilon. Okay, so epsilon t dash tends to epsilon. So in the place of t dash you write epsilon. So then dollar e dash, when you write epsilon it is going to vanish, so plus id dollar. Then e dash and plus, what is e dash and plus? E dash and plus equal to e dash plus t dash. Right here e dash tends to plus t dash. This you write in the place of e dash in the reverse order. Then dollar e dash t plus plus id dollar. Then what will happen? Both are matching. What you have to perform the pop action. Okay, then dollar e dash t, so id dollar. What is t on id? So t on, one second, so t on id it is ft dash. Okay, right here. So t tends to f t dash. Okay, in the place of t dash, sorry, in the place of t you write this in the reverse order. Dollar e dash t dash f id dollar. What is f1 id? F1 id, it is f tends to id, so f tends to id. So in the place of f you write id. Okay, then what will happen? So dollar e dash t dash id id dollar, both are matching, you write pop. Okay, pop action. Then what will be the output? So dollar e dash t dollar. What is t on dollar? One second. So sorry, it is t dash. T dash. Okay, it is t dash. It is t dash. Okay. Okay, and that I forget. It is t dash, not t. Okay. Now what is t dash and dollar? What is t dash and dollar? T dash and it is epsilon. Okay. So t dash tends to epsilon. Then what will be the action? Dollar e dash. When you write in the place of epsilon, you write it is going to vanish. Dollar. What is e dash and dollar? E dash on dollar it is epsilon. Okay, so e dash on dollar is this, we have to write. Okay, then what will happen? So when you write this in the place of e dash it is going to vanish, so dollar dollar you write accept. So that is about the parsing tree. Okay, so this you have to fill, you have to take three columns. One is stack, input string, and then action. Now I have to construct a parsing tree for this string, where I have to start from the e dash. So to write like this, e tends to e dash t e dash. In the place of t, what you write? You write ft dash. Ft dash. In the place of f, what you write? You write id. Okay, in the place of t dash what you write? Epsilon. In the place of e dash what you write? Plus de dash. Okay, next in the place of t what you write? F t dash. In the place of f what you write? You write id. Okay, next in the place of t dash what you write? Epsilon. Okay, next in the place of e dash what you write? Epsilon. Okay, so this is what the your parse tree final output. Okay, now how to print output for this? So like this, top to bottom. When you see terminal, write in the output id, don't write epsilon, plus id go to the root node. Okay, id plus id dollar you write, no problem. So this is our output. So this is my output. Okay, this is the parse tree. So already we have seen in the first what we have seen. So what is the output? Output is the syntax tree. Okay, that is about the ll1 parser. What we got? We got the tree as the output. Okay, what we have to do? First of all, they have given a grammar. We have to construct first and follow. Using first and follow, what we have done? We have constructed, we have built ll of one parsing table. Using parsing table, what we have done? We have constructed ll of one parser. Okay, so these three you have to do to get the this output. Okay, okay, thank you.